The not so stable. And my handshake really bad. I'm nerve damage, so.
The boss pieces, they're always the ones where you're done first,
Yeah.
Just like the box.
Perfect.
Nice way to.
Wow. We have the same color back there.
Happy birthday for yesterday, and I'm sorry for the fallout.
Surprised they didn't.
Where are you?
We are on.
Down here, they can sleep on a 90-day bed.
Fish. I know. I know about that. I know about
They will not kick you out if you're 90 days.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sacred Grounds Cafe here in San Francisco. Tonight is our open mic, our Thursday night open mic. And for all you new people, and from all you people out of town, and all you people who flew in from other countries, welcome. This is a music performance workshop. What that means is it's not like any other open mic. Okay, this is not a place where people come up and play and everybody eats their food and talks and has beer and chit-chats with each other. Not foreboding, not allowed here. This is a music school. This is my classroom. I want you to respect each other, respect me, and to respect the process. Therefore, when a performer is up here on stage, it's their moment, it's their time. And so we have three basic rules to make it nice for the performer. Rule number one, shut the fuck up. The most important rule.
Right.
Woo! If you go to a concert at the San Francisco Symphony, can you eat a burrito, drink a beer, and put your feet up and talk to the guy next to you? You wouldn't even think about it, would you? Because you know those are the rules. Well, this is the San Francisco Symphony. This is our opera house. This is the Haight-Ashbury Opera. Okay? Second rule, do not help out the performer. Don't play along with them unless they ask you to. Most people want you to sing along, will say, come on, sing along. If the person's new, they've never played before, and you start playing and you're a better player than they are, you'll push them and they'll start making mistakes and forgetting where they are. Again, this is to make the person on stage comfortable, not you. And since you'll be up here next, that good old biblical thing, listen unto others as they listen unto you. The third rule is, if you hear or see something you don't like or don't understand, applaud anyway. Show some respect for something that might be too avant-garde for you to understand, or just too bad it needs more work. But in either case, applaud. Give that person a good feeling so they'll come back and try it again and again and again and again and again. And this is how you give beginners the confidence to go on. So that's what we're about. We also start the show every week with a feature. And tonight's feature, ladies and gentlemen, is a singer, songwriter, talker, poetess, dancer, political activist, also health activist. She does a lot of stuff with mental illness, and she has actually run for mayor at one time. Are you running this year?
I ran, it was sabotaged, it was not a legal election.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing for the next half an hour until 1:45, Darryl Jones. Check it off on your ballot the next time you see it.
Hi kids. Yeah, it's been quite a time time here in San Francisco. I'm from the little estate, and I came to this state from Rhode Island.
Wow.
Was as a youth, saw Bob Dylan and Joan Baez when they were 17 and 19 or something, and there I was 14, and had nothing to say of interest to them. And I said, no, this isn't good enough. I want to be one of the gang that has fun on this planet. So, this is just a little clip of a poem that I started. I use music to, be a magic. I think sometimes like I'm creating a magic Wurlitzer, one of those beautiful big machines, and hopefully the right songs pop up to steer me clear. Or now my poetry. I think that singing is one of my children, and have treated it as such, hopefully with the respect that I would have. And dance. I couldn't walk in my 20s. I injured myself severely as a child and was really deformed, scoliosis, crooked arms, feet were all deformed. And but I came west to find the East, and found Indian classical music and Tibetans, and believed in reincarnation. So I asked to take the soul of a man who was the person who had collected all of the music of India, preserved the ragas. Alauddin Khan, the father of Ali Akbar Khan. And his best result as far as a student was Annapurna, his youngest daughter, who was not allowed to study music because the older sister married a Muslim. It was a Muslim family. The music came, Hindustani music was allowed to be preserved in India, and the musicians came here when the fall of the Raj and independence came, and they had no more courts to play in. And so Ali Akbar Khan started his school after he came for the World Music School, which was LBJ's Grand Society, and San Francisco was the place where the Cornell people brought all these amazing musicians. Gamelan from Bali and from Java, two big gamelans. North and Indian music. I fell in love with Northern Indian music, Hindustani classical music. And you could study with maestros where previously this music was their means of money. They would say, well, I won't play Malkosh for so many years as a dowry for you, for my daughter. So it was a culture shock for me. I was just really emotionally and physically struggling. But I had been around. I, of course, went to New York City. Well, not of course, but I did go to New York City. I was, not literally, but I was on the back of Cassius Clay and Life magazines in all 4 sections of the United States modeling. And I was deformed, so I put a dog in front of my legs. I was really literally just a face model who was too short for anything, but went to the shows, went to the Warhol, then made ski films in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and in Sun Valley, and came out here to get serious about Indian classical music. On the way, I heard reggae, though, which was, wow, ethnic music. I'd also gone to Chicago to hear Chicago blues and blues in Michigan. But anyway, it's been quite a struggle because after asking to take the soul, 9 months later, I was injured in my neck, which was my crutch. Little old ladies, when they walk across the street, you can see them hunched up. Their swollen feet can't keep them balanced, and so their neck is their crutch, and my neck was my crutch, and I was always really self-conscious with these tiny little skinny little legs. And all my brothers and sisters, Adonises, one was an international gymnast, did sports with them, but I was the one made fun of because when I skied, my butt was up in the air. Anyway, I wasn't real pleased with life, struggling, and but wanted to smile, wanted to celebrate life, wanted to celebrate people. And music has been a great thing for me. Recently I started poetry. I forgot. Yeah, the attempts on my life, breaking my back, partying in my house, I sued for, and then I was viciously, before I went to court, hit by a car at 35 miles an hour, and had severe brain damage, 3 holes in my head and a 12-inch chunk. Nobody's recovered from that. And illegally, I've been 5150'd in handcuffs, people with guns crawling on my back 100 times, 57 illegal 5150s. But in the meantime, I had been told that I would be the wish-fulfilling tree because of the visions that I had. So like finding a Tibetan Lama, but not having the same training in the same school, I don't really know, how to find my Annapurna. The voices came from up above. Annapurna is downstairs, Annapurna is down below. And I looked at my feet, and I guess just to prove that I wasn't crazy, the little girl who had never heard of Annapurna, who was maybe in the house, woke up in the middle of the night and said, Annapurna is dead. So claiming and arriving at the goddess who gets rid of cruelty and unconsciousness, poverty and things of that sort has been something that I'm arriving at. I left home like the Buddha did in search of answers for my brothers and sisters. It was a mansion, and it was scowling and everybody miserable because of the low self-esteem, and pretty miserable situation. Anyway, so here's a snatch. In my youth, I was struck by a curiosity, perhaps, like the killed cat, which came from a clever request, or so I thought. So I echoed it through time. I want to know what the show's all about before it's out. I'm not so sure that that was the greatest plan. So, with millions of dollars spent torturing me because I played a tape in City Hall of the police breaking my arm during my campaign, I had barely gotten out of the slot. What has gone on currently for seizure victims and people with 3 holes in their head and a 12-inch chunk, probably, I don't think anybody in the world has ever come back. But I had had a previous crushed cranium and have learned a lot of healing skills, which I think would be more apropos to our society if I could teach those. I met